not bad so far. But I can definitely feel him when he's moving. I can feel the bike swaying a little bit, so I gotta get used to it. It's not bad, but I still gotta get used to it.
Tata, how is it?
Good.
Good?
This crank feels shorter than 170, so I don't know what the length is. I gotta measure this thing. The crank length on this doesn't feel that bad. Maybe because I'm sitting more upright, it's not as noticeable.
Lightest gear, それ。
Lightest gear, yeah. This trigger system, you can go up a gear by one click, but when you're going down a gear, there's actually a one click and a two click, so you could rapidly go shift down and end up in the lowest gear, which will help you start up at a light again. So that's actually a nice feature.
A small cherry blossom mama. And it was a baby one. And the
No, he's doing something funny. ちゃんと足ちゃんと直しとけ。
other one. In a minute.
Should we put an electric kit on it to make it go faster?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it needs one?
Yeah.
I think it needs one.
That does like your one.
Tonight.
That's the thing we have at the fish park. Over there. Ah.
あれ あ、これ。These are sign language.
They put these language boards all over this town, so kids can communicate using it. I forgot what it's called, but it's some kind of sensory board or something.
Put them here.
Okay.
Let's put them in here.
Okay.
Put them in our basket. Papa, I hope you don't fly away.
I think it's all right. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bike Friday Time channel.
The Brompton family.
Today we're going to be doing an initial impressions video on our new bike, or Tantan's new bike, right? Bike Friday everyday bike. We purchased this bike about 2 months ago. It took about 2 months to make. So once we got the bike, it took about an hour and a half to put together, and you know, very easy to put together. Most of the time that took together was from the back. You have to put these rails together, and that took time, but all in all, it was actually pretty simple to put together. All right, so let's go over some specs on the bike. We'll start in the front and work our way back. This bike is the family bundle, so you get the bike and you have to get the bundle for the family accessories, which allows you to have the child carrier on the back, and also it gives you this nice basket on the front. This basket is made by Sunlight. It also included a plate, so if you don't want to use the basket, you can install just a plate here, which will allow you to strap things to it. You know, the plate does look very nice, so we may be using that in the future. The stem itself, it's the straight bar. They do have their own bar design, which has the horn grip style that I like, but I wanted to keep this bike simple, so I just went with the straight bar. A lot of the components on this bike are made by a company called FMF-XTR. Okay, I don't know what type of brand that is, but they make this saddle and the grips and also this brake lever. So the shifter, it says Marvo LT Micro Shift. This is a 9-speed bike. So you got a 9-speed cassette on the back. This has disc brakes, and the brake caliper, I guess it's called. It's made by a company called Zoom. They look nice and I'm really excited to use them because I don't have any experience with disc brakes. So far they do stop really well. I do think that they are the way to go for this type of bike. The tire also came with Schwalbe Road Cruiser, and these are called the Green Compound K-Guard 3s. They're very nice and meaty tires. They kind of remind me of the Marathon Plus tires that come on the Brompton. Rolling resistance is okay so far. Also in the front, it comes with a FSA headset. Let me flip the bike around so you guys can see. The crankset itself is made by Light Pro. I believe this is a 170 millimeter crank arm, and the actual chainring, it's a 53T 130 BCD. So basically this is the same as what you would use on a Brompton. So I could actually take this off and put this on the Brompton. So that's cool. I like to have parts that are the same because I can switch them from bike to bike. Oh, and the pedals. The pedals are just regular pedals made by Welgo. Very good pedals, you know. You see Welgo pedals on many bikes these days. And this has plastic fenders that are very stable. You know, they don't move around that much. The front and rear wheel are quick release, so that's going to be making taking them on and off very easy when I get a flat, or if I get a flat. This has a nice kickstand that has 2 arms, so it keeps the bike in the air like this, and it keeps it from moving. All right.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
All right, so this is a 9-speed. You got the 9-speed cassette here. And the shifter, it says R9 Micro Shift. So far it shifts very well. It does skip a gear a little bit, so I'm going to break it in and then make adjustments if I need to, but overall it shifts very nice, very smooth. You know, you can shift up a gear, down a gear, and if you have to quickly shift gears to the lowest gears, like if you're coming to a stop, you can shift rapidly by skipping a gear as well. So it actually clicks twice, and that's very nice. This rear part where Tantan sits, if you look underneath, there's a metal plate, which makes it excellent for hauling cargo. And we got this family whoopee set, so you get the bars and this cushion pad. Oh, and also the foot stand here, down here. You can see the back's kind of hiding it. You'll see the stand here. So this is where the foot will rest. Okay, so you'll see this design on many e-bikes, you know, that are hauling kids. Very common design, I would imagine. Who came up with it first? I have no idea. If you know, let me know. I'm kind of interested because this is a very special design, and obviously somebody had to design it first. This bike also came with these side bags. They open up with these clips. You got 3 clips, and they can be open like so. And you can fit a ton of stuff in here. And on the outside, it does come with these straps. You can strap something big. Yeah, like a sleeping mat would definitely fit in this. So this, yeah, this is very useful if you're doing like a bike tour. So that's pretty cool. And in the back here, it actually has a separate bag, and you can actually store more things. All right, so this bag in the middle, it's shaped in the design of the fenders, but It's actually pretty spacious, and it would be a great pocket to keep small things, or you know, you could even throw in a jacket in there. Okay, and it has a reflective stripes on this and also the sides as well, so it makes it very visible. Right now we have a 1000 real light on it. I like this look. It has a very classic look to it, which I like on this bike. It matches this bike well, and also on the front as well. Now, oh, also this bike came with these grips. They're like a corky, spongy grip, and I didn't do a great job wrapping it, but it came out all right. And it makes holding it very nice, and especially in the winter, you don't want cold hands touching the aluminum, so I like that. I just wanted to go over the reason why I chose this cargo bike over other cargo bikes, and that is because of the frame design. I should mention the color. This is called the Sky Blue Sparkle. You can see the sparkles, you know, up close. I thought that you would be able to see more sparkles, but you know, it is what it is. But I do like the color though. Yeah. So the reason why I chose this cargo bike over other cargo bikes, there's like thousands of cargo bikes out there, is because of this frame. This is the only cargo bike that I have seen that is adjustable. And if you take a look over here in the middle section of the bike, if you take a look at the middle section of the bike, you'll see the holes, and this frame can actually be pulled apart. According to Bike Friday, someone from I think 4 feet 11 to 6 feet 4 inches can ride this bike, and they are able to achieve that by allowing the frame to be adjusted. So right now we are riding it in the smallest mode, but let's say if somebody taller wanted to use this bike, you would simply unlock the pin, loosen these 2 bolts, and pull the frame out. Very easy system to use. Fitment on a bike is probably the most underrated aspect of a bike, but it is absolutely the most important to a bike if you want to ride comfortably. That's why I chose this bike. This frame is very beautifully designed, and it looks awesome. You can tell they got their design from probably a few different bike designs, you know, like if you look back here where they had this X, this reminds me of the Bromptons frames design, and it has that very classic look to it. You can tell once you see this bike that it's not an ordinary bike. It's a very special bike. All right, and that's why I really hope this bike is going to be a great addition to our rides, and as the summer approaches, we'll have this bike along with us with Tantan. You know what we should do? I'm gonna put the Brompton next to it so you guys can get a general size comparison. All right, let's do that real quick. All right, so if I match the front tires up, you can see how much longer this bike is, and it's actually not that much longer. I would say maybe a foot and a half longer. So it is a quite compact cargo bike, which will make it very easy to use in New York City, I hope, because when we head to the city, we're gonna have to take this on the train and inside the elevators as well. All right, so let's say you're in a small elevator, because New York City has very small elevators. You can actually hold your brake and lift the bike up like this, and it's supposed to rest on its own like this. So this is how you can take it into small elevators, and it is quite stable as well. All right. Overall, I like this bike very much. There are 2 areas which I would like to see maybe improved. The first one is the actual child carrier system in the back. In order to use this, you're gonna have to either lift the child into it, or they're gonna have to crawl through the bars. And right now that is easy to do for Tantan. If he's not wearing his helmet, he can crawl in here. I have a bad back, so I don't wanna be lifting him into this. I want him to basically be able to get in and out by himself. So it would have been nice to see it, one of these bars, you know, spin out and in. This way I can clip it in and out and make it easier for him to come in and out. Also, there's no backrest. I wish there was a backrest on this bike. I'm going to figure out if I can order something to get on the back here. Show people how you have to get in.
Ride the bike.
All right, so he can easily get in, no problem. He can't get in with his helmet because it won't fit. His helmet, it's too big. So he would have to keep his helmet off and then get in and then put on his helmet. But as you can see, there's plenty of room. If there's another child back here, I don't think it would be a problem. When he is on the back and moving around, I can definitely notice him moving back there. This is a back heavy bike with him on it. So in the future, possibly the near future, I may get a switch kit put onto the front of this bike and it should balance the bike out perfectly. Right now it rides very nice, but for me it's very slow. Since you're in an upright position, you know, I would say this is a great bike if you're staying underneath like 5-mile range, staying local, then you wouldn't need to go electric. But anything more than that, I would recommend going electric. Bike Friday does offer a very nice mid-drive system for this bike, and I believe it was an additional $1,100. I did not have an additional $1,100 when I ordered this bike, so I didn't get it. But if you have the money, I would say that's the way to go. That, I believe the range, it's about 37.8 miles, so it's double what the switch kit can offer. And I keep going back. Shoko was asking about this mechanism here. This is actually a spring in here. It helps center your handlebars, so it makes it nice and straight. All right, so that's a little nifty design. When I first got this bike, I thought to myself, you know, this would be the perfect bike if you wanted to start like a side business working on Bromptons, because you can just strap the Brompton in the back here and you know, you can have like a mobile Brompton service. Especially in New York, nobody works on Bromptons as far as aftermarket parts. You really have to do it yourself. So if somebody in New York was able to do that service or just offer basic service, that would be great, because you know, there's a lot of Bromptons in New York and everybody needs to be doing their annual maintenance. This bike will be kept at the parks, and you know, I don't want to keep an eye on it, so we will definitely be using a TiGr Lock. This is the TiGr Blue. I still love this lock, and I carry this lock in my backpack all the time. All right, so get yourself a nice lock to match your bike. All right. This is a great addition to any bike, especially if you live in the city. You can use this as a car replacement. Even in the suburbs, this will work out great because you can haul a lot of gear, groceries, and children as well. So if you are interested in any bike from this company, please send me an email, because I can get credit from referrals from this company and use it to purchase accessories or possibly another bike. All right? Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time. All right.
But Papa, it's 1.5